third video of the day. You can do it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is, what's my name? Vinny Mikkel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today I am going to attempt to do a perfume tag, okay? And it's either gonna go really, really well or really, really bad. There's no in between. There's no in between, okay? The reason being, it's not the traditional perfume tag, and the concept, it might be a little strange, but if you follow me, it could work, okay? Before I get into the actual tag of it all, I have to always just thank y'all, show y'all love and support, because y'all show me love and support. Y'all hold it down. Y'all engage with the content. Y'all even engage when I do crazy ideas for merch and creating different things. Y'all show up and show love and show support. And I'm just really grateful for the community that we are building here. I just love y'all. Y'all like the ad. Y'all like the ads. Y'all watch the ads. Y'all like the content. Y'all engage with the content. It don't get no better than y'all. Vinny Mikkel subscribers are top tier subscribers. 10 out of 10 highly recommend. POP, hold it down, tell the truth, shit, and the devil squad. In the building, period. Anyway, now I've got that out of the way, let's get into the tag, okay? So, there's like, I don't know if it's specifically on TikTok that I see this, discussion happening all the time, but they'll be like, how do I explain it? Let's get your words together. So somebody will be like playing an album or talking about something, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I wish I could experience this album for the first time again, or I wish I could experience finding out about this product for the first time again. I wish I could go back and experience that moment the first time I discovered this thing, whatever it is. I wish I could relive that moment again. Does that make sense? So like, one of the ones was the Beyonce Renaissance album. People are like, oh my gosh, I wish I could go back and listen to that album for the first time again. Or from, what's another cultural moment that people are like, oh my gosh, I wish I could go back and experience this moment for the first time again. Hear it for the first time again, see it for the first time again, taste it, smell it, whatever. So I said, what are some perfumes that I wish I could go back and smell for the first time again? So that is the tag. Perfumes you wish you could smell again for the first time. Does that make sense? So like, go back to the moment before you knew it existed, before you'd ever smelled it, and getting to relive smelling it for the first time. I hope that makes sense. I hope it tracks. And hopefully as I explain the ones that I've picked, it makes sense. Okay, even if you don't have it in your collection anymore, that's okay. Even if you don't even like it currently anymore because it's been overdone. Like, I can see a lot of people having Baccarat 540 as their, I wish I could relive that moment again. Because a lot of people got to experience it before the hype, before the wave, before the craze, before it was everybody's scent. So I can see a lot of people saying, I wish I could relive smelling Baccarat for the first time. Like falling in love, smelling it, loving it. You know? So hopefully that is a good example. And hopefully as I go on, it'll make sense. But I'm going to tag some creators. Okay? And if it makes sense, go ahead and go through your memory bank. Because that's the other thing. Scent is connected to memory, right? Those two things are connected. Like, there are so many things that are tied to smell, and like you remember certain things based on the smell, you remember certain feelings based on the smell. So I just feel like it could be a very nostalgic but fun way, and another cute, create a little fun perfume tag. We're gonna try it and see how it goes. If it don't go well, it don't go well. All right, so I have a few here. Let's get into it. So the first one is a no-brainer, but this is Perfumes the Marley Delina, okay? Well, let me tell you, I for sure wish I could go back and relive smelling this for the first time, because this is when I was first getting back into fragrance, and surprisingly, I sampled this. It's hard to give me the sample. Now I be ready to blind buy the full thing, but I bought quite a few samples from somewhere, and it was literally one of them 1 ml droppers where as soon as you open it, you spill half the milliliter out trying to open it, and you just try to hope to get a little dab on your skin to be able to smell it. One of those. And so I had tried quite a few of like popular ones that I saw all the time, and one of them was Delina. And I remember I put that little dabber on my arm, and I was like, whoa, what is this? I instantly fell in love. Not only that, I kept smelling that one spot on my arm the rest of the day. And that's what had captivated me more than anything, was that it was still going so strong on my arm the rest of the day. I remember what apartment I was living in. I just remember sitting on the couch, and every time I would move my hand, I was like, oh my God. Like, I just remember all the things. I remember this has been on my wish list. This perfume, I finally bought this for my birthday 2 years ago. Not last year, but the year before last. So it had been on my wish list for, that would have been probably, what year was this? This is 2024. Last year was 2023. So that would have been 2022. So that means that would have been on my wish list for about 2 years. But I remember, and because I knew it was $300, and I said, oh God, this ain't gonna be right now. But I remember immediately falling in love. I remember just being like, I have to. I was like, no matter what, I will have this perfume. I will have this perfume. It has to be in my collection. There's no way I can go without it. Like, I have to have it. I remember the first time I smelled this perfume, and I wish I could go back and relive that moment, relive it in that apartment, just like everything. I remember the first time I smelled this perfume, and I would absolutely take me back. Actually, no, just to smelling the perfume. Everything else about my life, no. No. But the moment of smelling that perfume, yes. Another one I'm going to say is Kayy the Wedding Silk Santal. This, obviously haven't had that long because it hasn't been out that long. But I remember smelling this and like immediately falling in love. I would absolutely go back right now and re-smell this again for the first time. And like experience, and you can see it too because me and Lauren did a live together. So I can go back and relive it, but it's not the same. Okay, it's not the same. Smelling this for the first time and like experiencing all the notes and going through all the changes and how it just take me back. I'm sorry. I just love it so much. I wish I could go back and relive smelling this for the first time. You get what I'm saying? For the first time. That's the difference. Like, I can obviously smell it now and love it, but getting to experience this for the first time, you just can't, you don't get those moments again. But this is one I would love to go back and relive experiencing this for the first time all over again. And I got to do it with one of my friends. So of course I would want to relive that moment. Let's talk about Exalté for me, Monet. I 1000% would go back and relive this moment again because, and you see the dent. Thank goodness I got a backup bottle. Because I was very nervous about this one. So y'all know she came out with the 100 ml. And feel me, if you see this, please spin the block. I got a backup bottle, but just spin the block and give us one more chance. I promise we're going to do right. I promise we're going to do right. If you give us a 100 milliliter bottle one more time, I promise you we'll sell it out. We're going to sell it out. But what's this going to do? And I got a backup bottle, but I still need the 100 ml. Please. Spin the block. And can we get a luxury body cream too? To match? Okay. Anyway. I would love to go back and smell this perfume again for the first time. Because I remember I literally said, this perfume smells like love. I have another one that I want to do too. This perfume smells like love. That's literally what I remember feeling when I smelled this perfume for the first time. I would love to go back and experience that for the first time. I regret No, I don't regret it because it was a blind buy. And it was like 100 and, was it 200? I can't remember how much the 100 ml of this was, but I know it would have been the most expensive blind buy I had ever done. And I think the only other expensive perfume I had at that time that was more than that was Delina. I think that was the only other perfume I owned that was more expensive than this one. So it was just too big of a risk for me personally. So I couldn't commit to trying that one. But when she came back and did the 30 ml, I think this is, I was like, okay, I can try that. I immediately fell in love. It's so beautiful. And I would 1000% love to experience this perfume for the first time again. I hope this is making sense. I hope this don't sound dumb. Even if it do, it's okay. Okay. Flower Bomb Nectar. This one, and technically I experienced it for the first time with the perfume oil, right? But I still wanted to experience the perfume itself. Experiencing the perfume itself. Perfume oil from Fragrant Body Oils, in case you didn't know. You click the link, you know, support all the things. But the perfume still is a undefeated, underrated champ. This is the superior flower bomb. I care what no one says. It is top tier. It is the best flower bomb. Point blank in the period. Okay. Experiencing this for the first time. It like. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. But like. Experiencing the perfume oil first. Falling in love. And then not being disappointed when I go to smell the real perfume. I can't explain to you what that did for me. I can't put it into words. But as a perfume oil lover, okay, and as someone who sometimes experiments with the perfume oil version of a perfume first, and then goes back and tries the perfume, sometimes you get disappointed. Because for some reason, sometimes these perfume oil companies, they get the perfume oil and make it better than the original perfume. I don't know how, I don't know why, but sometimes that happens. In my experience, sometimes some perfume oils are just better than the OG. I've done an entire video actually talking about perfume oils that are better than the original to me. Okay. So having that being my experience and falling in love. Okay. Falling in love, major love with the original perfume oil. My expectations for the perfume. You see how my hand ain't even in frame no more? That's how high they were. Okay. So the fact that my expectations were that high and then I got the perfume and it still exceeded my expectations. I would love to. And that what I got. And once I got the perfume oil, I went and bought a travel size of the perfume. And I fell in love and I said, there's no way I can live without this. I have to get the real thing. So I got the big bottle. But reliving my expectations already being through the roof and then actually smelling the perfume and it's still meeting my expectations. Of course I would love to experience that again. Of course. This one is very new, but I still remember. So this is the new Valentino Donna Born Aroma Green Extravaganza, okay? This was an immediate love. And I couldn't even get the full bottle at the time because, well, number one, I wasn't sure if I wanted to because the price had went up again, okay? And I just was not in the mood. So I was like, I'll wait for Sephora sale or somebody to go on sale and then make my mind then. But the way I had sprayed that tester strip and the way I could not stop smelling that tester strip the rest of the night and even the next day, I kept going back. I kept going back. I said, this is so beautiful. And I remember saying, I want my skin to smell like this. This is one of the ones, Kayy Silk Santal. I was like, I want my skin to smell like this. Like, this is signature scent. Like, immediate. First sniff, I was in love. And I could not put that tester strip down. Take me back. Even though I was annoyed that the price went up, I still knew in my heart. I still knew in my heart that I was going to buy it. Immediate love. Love at first sniff. Immediately. Don't even care about performance. Don't care. Loved it that much. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Wish I could go back and smell this again for the first time. Then we have Commodity Milk Expressive. Still one I feel that is underrated, so slept on. This one was another one. First of all, when I smelled it, I immediately was confused because I was like, why is this not one of the viral perfumes? Like the ones that the girl, especially the gourmand girlies, I'm like, they don't never talk about this. Never. This, oh my God. This is another one I had it in travel size first. And I was trying to wait to open it on camera, but I never got around to it. I ended up just laying on the bed, opening up some packages, and I was like, I'm just gonna spray it. Immediate love. Immediate love. Could not stop sniffing my arm. The rest of the day. Could not put it down, could not stop. I was like, this is it for me. This is heaven in a bottle. And I knew then. I said, I will have a full bottle list. And it was so bad. Every time I went out of town, I took the travel size with me. Travel size with me every single time. Every single time I had to go out of town to pack for anything, no matter what the season, what the weather was, I took it every time. Every time. I remember what my room looked like because my room was arranged differently then. Like, I remember everything. I wish I could smell Commodity Milk Expressive again for the first time. Ooh. Oh, it's just, oh, so good. Another one that was an immediate. I wish I could go back and smell this again for the first time. And last but certainly not least, my baby, my love. This is Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede. So this was another one that I smelled the sample first. And it was because I bought something from Macy's, I think it was. And I ordered something online. I think it was one of the Valentino perfumes, actually. I don't remember, but it came with like this 15-piece sample pack or something. They actually shipped it simply from the perfume. It was a whole thing. But, so I was on my arm in my room smelling a bunch of different things. One of them I smelled was that Tom Ford ombre leather. Oh, sorry, but I couldn't believe people wanted. I was like, whoa, this is everything I hate about leather in one perfume. No, like I just could not believe somebody would wear that. Anyway, Tom Ford just caught a stray. Sorry, but I remember I was smelling a bunch of different things. And I put on Peony and Blush Suede expecting to not like it at all because at the time, I never owned or even smelled, I think, a Jo Malone perfume. And I always hear not so great things about the performance and everything. So I was expecting to like, not really care for it, not like it. I put that thing on immediately. Once it got on my skin, I said, oh no, this is different. I said, oh no, this is different. And I even smelled some other stuff. If I didn't spray everything in there, I sprayed most of them. I kept coming back to my arm where that spot was. I kept coming back. I said, no, this is different. I said, this on my skin, this feels like it belongs on my skin. I knew then that the magic that was happening between this perfume and my skin and my chemistry and my DNA, all the things. I said, no, there's a marriage happening here. There's an alliance. There's an allegiance. Something's happening between my skin and this perfume, and I'm loving it, okay? So, but I said, Jo Malone, you know, the girls say she not good for the longevity and all the things, okay? So, I held off, but I knew I loved it. And this how you know I love it. I never forgot the name. Because I can forget the name of a perfume. I never forgot the name. So, fast forward, I don't know, several months later, I eventually go back and I said, don't buy the full 100 ml, okay? I said, get a travel size, a 10 ml. I think it's 7 actually. Whatever the travel size is. I said, if you go through that and you love it, then you can go ahead and get the full bottle, baby. That little travel size ain't stand a chance, okay? I think I wore about 3 or 4 good times and that perfume bottle was gone every single time. I knew it was for me. So finally, was it this year for my birthday? I don't remember, but I finally got it this year. I wish, first of all, it's the fact that I smelled so many perfumes in that little short time frame sitting on my bed. Smelled so many and still knew that this one was the one. I would love to go back and smell this perfume for the first time again. So that is the tag. Hopefully everything makes sense. Hopefully I've given enough examples of, you know, what I mean, the connection was so significant. Like, hopefully it all makes sense, or it doesn't. But these are perfumes that I wish I could go back and smell for the first time again. Oh, I forgot one. It's okay, I ain't getting it. But head down to the after party. If it makes sense to you, let me know what are some perfumes that you have smelled or that you love, or even if you don't love, just some perfumes that you wish you could smell for the first time again. Even if it's not in your collection, like one of mine would probably be Beyonce Heat, right? Because I used to wear that in like junior high school, I think high school. And I remember smelling, actually, it was in Big Lots. Beyonce Heat was in Big Lots, okay? But I remember smelling that for the first time and being like, oh no, this is it. This is the pinnacle of greatness right here. It don't get no better than this. This Beyonce Heat is heat, okay? So like, yeah, just whatever you feel like you wish that you could go back and experience for the first time all over again. But yeah, I love you all so much. Head over to the after party. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.